Top stories before you go now. The first of two streetcar construction information meetings is tonight. It's at the downtown Marriott in the Capital District. The meeting is meant to provide an update on the construction project. There will also be a Q&A session.
More than 2 days, it caught fire. Crews were still seen at a South Omaha warehouse. And investigators say they still can't get inside because the building is not safe. 1 to 2 million gallons of water have been used to control this fire.
Well, the largest employer in Lexington, Nebraska closes its doors today. The Tyson plant closure means about 3,200 people will be left without a job. A recent analysis estimates a statewide loss of more than $3 billion annually.
Governor Jim Pillen expected in Norfolk today to celebrate the start of the final portion of the Highway 275 project. He spent yesterday in Grand Island presenting his legislative priorities. Education was among the topics.
Governor Reynolds says she's determined the percentage by which she would increase the state's commitment to fund public schools. She adds she is encouraging school districts to look at how they have spent federal COVID-19 money.
Mayor John Ewing, Conagra, and the Food Bank for the Heartland will gather today to announce record-breaking results from the 2025 Shine the Light on Hunger campaign.